Hello guys, I am Nubed. Welcome to Learn the Concept. Today we learn class 6 chapter number 9. So let's start. Paheli and Bojo went on vacation to many places on interest. One such trip took them to the river Ganga in Rishikesh. They climbed the mountains of the Himalayas where it was very cold. They saw many kinds of trees on these mountains oaks, pines, and deodars, very different from the ones near their home on the plains. In yet another trip, they traveled to Rajasthan and moved on camels through the hot desert. They collected different kinds of cactus plants from this trip. Finally, they went on the trip to Puri and visited the sea beach dotted with casuarina trees. While recollecting all the fun that they had on these trips, a thought struck them. All these places were so different from one another. Some were cold, some very hot and dry, and some places so humid. And yet, all of them had many organisms, living creatures of various kinds. They tried to think of a place on earth where there may not be any living creatures. Bujo thought of a place near his home, inside the house. He tried the cupboards. He had thought that there may not be any living organism here. But he found one tiny spider in the cupboard. Outside the home, too, there did not seem to be any place he could think of that did not have living creatures of some kind of the other. Figure 9.1. So you can see figure 9.1. Pehli started thinking and reading about far away places. She read that people have even found tiny living organisms in the opening of volcanoes. Organism and surrounding where they live. Another thought that occurred to Pehli and Bojo was about the kinds of living organisms that were present in different locations that they had visited. The deserts had camels, the mountains had goats and yak. Puri had some other creatures, crabs on the beaches, and such a variety of fish being caught by the fishermen at the sea. And then there did not seem to be creatures like ants that were present in all these different locations. The kind of plants found in each of these religions were so different from the plants of the other regions. What what about the surroundings? In these different regions, were they the same? Activity 1. Let us start with the forest. Think of all the plants, animals, and objects that can be found there. List them in column 1 of table 9.1. List things, animals, and plants found in other regions that are also shown in the table. You can collect the examples scattered through this chapter to fill table 9.1. Discuss also with your friends, parents, and teachers to find more examples to fill the tables. You can also consult many interesting books in libraries that talk of animals, plants, and minerals of different regions. Try and include many plants, animals, and objects, big and small, in each of the columns. In this table, what kind of objects will we find that may not be animals or plants? Perhaps parts of plants like dried leaves or parts of animals like bones. We may also find different kinds of soils and pebbles. Water in the oceans may have salts, salts dissolved in it, as discussed in chapter 5. There could be many more objects. As we go through the chapter, keep adding more examples to table 9.1. We will discuss the table as we travel through many more interesting places. Habitat and adaptation. What do you find from the plants and animals listed in activity 1? Did you find a large variety in them? Look at what you have entered in the column of desert and column for the sea in table 9.1. Did you list very different kinds of organisms in these two columns? What are the surroundings like in these two regions? In the sea, plants and animals are surrounded by saline, salty water. Most of them use the air dissolved in water. There is very little water available in the desert. It is very hot in the day time and very cold at night in the desert. The animals and plants of desert live on the desert soil and breathe air from the surroundings. The sea and the desert are very different surroundings, and we find very different kinds of plants and animals in these two regions. Isn't it? Let us look at two very different kinds of organisms. From the desert and sea, a camel and a fish. The body structure of a camel helps it to survive in desert conditions. Camels have long legs which help to keep their bodies away from the heat of the sand. Figure 9.2. So you can see here 9.2. They excrete small amount of urine. Their dung is dry and they do not sweat since camels lose very little water from their bodies. They can live for many days without water. Let us look at different kinds of fish. Some of these are shown in figure 9.3 here. There are so many kinds of fish, but do you see that they all have something common about their shape? All the ones shown there have the streamlined shape that was discussed in chapter 8. This shape helps them move inside water. Fish have slippery scales on their bodies. These scales protect the fish and also help in easy movement through water. We discussed in chapter 8 that fish have flat fins and tails that help them to change directions and keep their body balanced in water. Gills present in the fish help them to use oxygen dissolved in water. We see that the features of a fish help it to live inside water and features of a camel help it to survive in a desert. We have taken only two examples from a very wide variety of animals and plants that live on the earth. In all this variety of organisms, we will find that they have certain features that help them live in surroundings in which they are normally found.